Hello, I'm John, the executive producer here at Final Show Films. I got a few notes for you before the show. First, I want to thank you all for watching. We couldn't do what we do or the amount of things that we do without the support of you, the viewer. If you want to support us financially, which we always appreciate, you can go to our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, where you can donate as little as $1 a month to help us continue this and all the things that we do. I want to give a special shout out to our $25 supporters, Antitonic, Waterflame, and Samantha Bates. Second, I want to let you all know that we here at Final Show Films are planning a little get-together up at Gen Con this year. That's August 2nd through 5th up at Indianapolis. We're going to be up there just sort of hanging out, enjoying the con, spending time together, and if any of you guys want to come up and say hi, please feel free. We don't bite unless you want us to. And if you enjoy whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to, be sure to check out our website at finalshowfilms.com, where you can find links to all of our other content, both podcast and video. And be sure to follow me at John A. Bates on Twitter for more updates on all of the content we're creating in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Breakverse. I am Aaron, your GM, and with me this evening is Jeremy.
Hello, I am Jeremy, and I am playing Click Clack, the Kenku Rogue.
And Jack.
Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and for the time being anyway, I'm playing Ragnar Einherjar, the Dwarven Paladin of Conquest.
And Kat.
Hi everyone, I am Kat. I am playing Ska, the Wood Elf Barbarian Cleric.
And Navarn.
Is it going to be just me that keeps the same character? Is that how this is going to go? Hi, I'm Navarn. I'm playing Alistar Amaran, the half-elven bard.
Okay.
Literally, Jeremy is the only one who's changed characters so far of this cast.
You've lost two, and you're considering it.
Only if need be, not on purpose.
None of you are safe.
This is true.
I mean, you shouldn't have teased me with the idea of your replacement character, because now I kind of want
all of you have had to roll up at least one replacement character and been in the position where you might have to use it at some point.
Yep.
Not that you're bound to those characters by any means. Last time on Breakverse, the party entered a house that seemed to be a little bit maybe haunted, definitely creepy. Apparently a former Duragar estate. They're here to nominally to track down Garrick, an escaped slave from the nearby Drow town, and possibly discover what happened to the two young Drow children who were apparently in his care at the time he disappeared. Traveling through the house, the new rogue Click-Clack started to show off his abilities a little bit, startling Alistar as the group found a room where sheets were stained with blood, quite a bit of blood, and another room, locked magically, that contained a little bit of a terrifying surprise.
Yeah.
Then, Ragnar decided to investigate a music box, which seemed to be related to something he'd picked up in another room. And we're going to pick up with Ragnar. Ragnar, you feel a bit of a shift, and you definitely see, lighting change before your eyes. Almost like one of those bad cuts in a movie where they didn't realize that the lighting had significantly changed since they were shooting earlier, so the shot suddenly jumps. It's suddenly more daytime. It is brighter in this room. There's a number of lit candles around on the desk that you had previously picked up the music box from. The piece of glass seems to be gone from your hand. The music box is currently playing, and you can hear its pervasive tune that you feel like you may have heard once before, but only vaguely.
Click Clack, did you notice... Is Click Clack still there?
Nope.
Well, shite.
The house is clean. The stone is polished. And for now, because duplicating maps is not particularly easy in Roll20.
Nope.
We just have Ragnar.
Okay. If Click Clack's not there, and the house looks markedly different at this point. I can tell there's been a significant change. Okay.
The same bed is in the corner, the same desk, but they're less rotted away. The sheets are fully made and look nominally new. Everything looks recently polished.
Huh. Alright, well, we're gonna go on a little bit of a walkabout.
Okay.
Out in the hall.
Yeah. Same story here.
Okay.
You don't see any.
First thing he's gonna do is make a circuit through, like, all the rooms that he's actually been in, see if he can go out on the balcony.
Okay. Yeah. You head through. You can hear some noise coming from the first story, but it's a little bit too muffled for you to quite get any details of it. The balcony seems to be bolted shut from the inside as it was previously when you were here.
I'll unlock that and step outside if he can.
Okay. Yeah. You can see out into this garden. Unlike the untamed mess of mold, spores, and rot that you saw previously, you can see what is a startlingly well-manicured garden of flowers. There are grapevines and roses, and you have to sort of strain your eyes for a second, given it's been almost a month since you all came to the Underdark. There is a brilliant light sort of on the engraved in a pattern on the cave roof, some sort of rune that very much feels and reminds you of sunlight.
He will go investigate the blood room then.
Okay.
And see if he can... If that is still all funked up.
No, as you enter, you see actually someone asleep in one of the beds. Let me grab a token for your convenience. The room is, like the rest of the house, polished and clean.
Okay. Is there still a mirror on the opposite wall?
Yeah, there is that sort of armoire with a mirror on it over here. The mirror is not shattered. You can see your reflection fully in it. Just make me a perception check.
Okay. Natural 1. Starting it off great.
Yep.
He'll go over, tap on the mirror. And then if somebody's asleep in the bed and nothing happens when he taps on the mirror and it looks very just normal mirror-esque, he'll go wake that person up.
So you tap on the mirror, and like you noticed when this mirror was shattered, you don't see your own reflection in it.
Okay.
You see the house reflected as it currently is around you in the mirror, but no form of your reflection.
Okay. Yep, time to go wake up the probably Duragar that's crashed in the bed. We're doing this Skyrim style.
Okay.
I need to turn in a quest. You're asleep. Wake up!
Okay. Yeah.
Just kind of
You go over and
nudge,
just...
nudge.
A man sort of looks, blinking up at you as you sort of nudge him awake. Oh, I didn't think they were sending more help. Well...
Help for what?
You're not the brightest one. I take it from the armor you're a swordsman.
And then some. This house was kinda shitty last time I was walking through it. What's going on here?
Well, the siege has, unfortunately, done a toll on my family. You have been in here before.
Well, don't know that I'd say before. Maybe after? Place was dirty as all hell, and this room was just complete chock full soaked in blood. There's a wee room down the hall that's got a nasty trap on the door. Just across from the bedroom with the music box in.
And
there was a hat full of brains downstairs.
You're having visions. It'd be more prudent for you to speak to Karieshta.
Who's that?
She's our speaker. The wild voices tend towards her and have for generations.
Alright.
The inheritor of the family's blood. It pacted its loyalty. Were you not told any of this before they sent you?
I wasn't so much sent as I was, well, I had a shard of that mirror there, because it's broken where I come from. And then I opened a music box, and then I was here.
Well, however you have come, traveler, I'm grateful that you were sent to assist with the siege.
Yeah, who's besieging you now?
Those blighted, mindless one.
Alright, well, if there's killing to be done, I guess I'll get to it, and hope that my friends show up. Now, where's this Karieshta I need to talk to?
Basement.
Oh, I'm fairly well kitted out, but I'll have a look.
If you're having trouble with blood visions, again, you should really just speak to a seer.
You point me in the right direction, sir, and I'll be happy to.
Well, the room with the music box is hers, though I imagine she is likely in the kitchens by this time.
Fair enough, then. I'll go looking for it. And he'll go looking for the kitchens, wherever they are.
Okay. I'm just gonna say make me an investigation roll.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, easy enough. Now I have to get you down to the kitchens. Yeah, you wander around the house a little bit. You find that the kitchen is sort of unsurprisingly on the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, that's not the first floor. Polygon view. Sorry, I like the dynamic lighting. It just sometimes takes a little while to get it working. Working for you?
Yep. I can see a kitchen.
Yeah. You see a sort of elderly elven man who's working at the stove. You note pretty significant chains around his ankles, and a drow woman sort of sitting at a central table. Seems like whatever food preparation was being done is at this point completed. Though as a few of these last dishes, some breads, some meats, none of which is quite identifiable to you, though you've become kind of used to that with Underdark food.
Yeah.
The entire table ignites in sort of ritualistic symbols and seals. And all of it starts to glow with a greenish energy.
It's a mighty
And at
fancy
this
spread
point-
you've got there.
We're going to transition back to the rest of the group.
Cool.
Because that, yeah.
Cow.
Yep. So, for the rest of you, I believe a suggestion was just made of, well, if you can't find Ragnar, just go around the corner. Or,
Yeah, I think I asked Alistar to go to look for him around the corner.
I knew someone
There we
had
go.
turned off the music box.
I think isn't Alistar's holding the music box? I think, right?
Probably.
In the shard of glass in the room too, or shard of mirror, or am I
Yeah.
wrong about that?
Yeah,
It's
you
on the-
found
it's
it
on the
on
floor.
the
Yeah.
middle of the floor.
Clack goes over and picks it up.
Okay. Click Clack, I think you may have seen this before, but you do note that the mirror does not show your reflection even when you're holding it.
Yeah.
It reflects the house, but not you.
Holds it up. Look back at the other two. Arr?
What's up? Ska will make her way into the room.
Okay.
Huh? Oh, we're doing this now. Okay.
Yep. What you got there, Click Clack?
Hold it over.
Ska will take it.
It's a piece of mirror that doesn't reflect your face.
That's weird.
And in Ragnar's voice, it's mine.
You can have it.
Wait.
Roll of eyes.
Ragnar had this. Okay. So let's retrace his steps. He came in here with this.
Nods.
And then what? And she starts like looking around the room.
Ray it spreads out arms as in like, wow.
Fucking fine now.
I can start searching around the room. Seeing if there are secret ways in, if there is anything abnormal about this room.
Make me a investigation, I guess.
Six.
I'm gonna say. I was also looking around, so also investigation, I'm assuming. 19.
All right.
I look under the bed. Ah.
Yeah, you look under the bed, and you see a bed skirt. Scott, you look under the bed, and you slightly pull up this somewhat dusty, moldy bed skirt. Looking underneath, you see a collection of several boxes.
I'll start.
None of
pulling
them are.
out.
Wait, sorry.
Okay.
They
Sorry.
are labeled. Each of them has. What languages do all of you speak?
Oh goodness.
A ton.
There you go.
So between all of us, we have lots of common, some undercommon, giant, elvish, orin, infernal, gnomish, halfling, and dwarvish.
Yep. So, Click Clack, you recognize these symbols as it being in not infernal, but abyssal, which shares the same alphabet.
So you can read the letters, but not the words.
It's a 6-demon box.
Yeah, there's 3 boxes with one that has a roughly square symbol, one has the roughly triangular symbol, and one has a roughly circular symbol.
So he taps his finger on the writing, and then puts little horns up behind his head.
Okay, so it's a devil language of some sort?
Oh,
Demon language.
I like this
Ding
game.
ding ding.
Demon language. Okay.
I love playing a character who can't just talk normally.
I like
Isn't
it too.
it the best fucking thing?
It's fun because it makes us think more.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So boxes with demon language that I'm assuming none of us can actually read. So that's great. So okay. Well, what else was in this room?
Alistar is still holding the music box, whether or not he remembers that he got it from this room.
Click clack looks between them, the two of them, and reaches for the boxes. And nobody stops him, so he grabs the boxes and goes to open one. Because he has a wisdom of 7.
Nice.
To clarify, the boxes that were under the desk or the box Alistar was holding.
Demon boxes.
Okay. Triangle, circle, or square?
I gave a pause in case anybody wanted to try and stop him.
Nope.
You know, I feel like circle's gonna be the worst, and click clack is not a square, so we're gonna go triangle.
Okay.
Wind, fire, all that kind of thing.
Click, clack, make me a wisdom save.
Oh, good. Yes. Since we've established that I'm so good at those.
This can only end well.
8.
Hey. Could have been
All right.
worse.
So, click, clack, as you open this box, Alex, you are suddenly freezing. You can see your breath in front of your face as your hands start to kind of shiver. That's the word I was looking for, shiver. Your hands start to shiver. You almost sort of rub them together a bit, trying to get your feathers to provide more protection from this sort of inevitable cold around you. You don't take any damage or suffer any direct mechanical effects at this time, but having opened this box, you feel impossibly cold. Inside rests a small, more of a tiara than a crown, with 3 bluish white ice colored gems in the center of it. I believe someone in the group speaks dwarf. Yes, Alistar, if you're looking, you recognize the runing around the tiara as being in Dwarfish.
Oh, hey, I can read that. I will hand click clack the music box as I take the tiara.
Yeah, long string in probably infernal, because I imagine those are the people that click clack's been around that swear the most. Long string of teeth chattery profanity.
I don't understand that, but that sounded bad somehow.
And he
fine.
very
He's
quickly
happy.
makes the trade.
Yeah,
He's happy. It's fine.
you're still very cold.
Couple squawks.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
read the
yeah,
writing.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a wisdom save?
Nope. It
Oh, okay.
seems to be most likely it seems to be an effect of opening the box. Without.
Did I see
checking.
click clack start to freeze, or did he just look cold for a bit?
You saw Click Clack clearly start to become uncomfortable and cold when opening the box.
Could be a bird person thing.
So, yeah, I guess the tiara says is north and down the Ice King comes.
North and down, the Ice King comes.
That's not ominous at all.
What would be more
Um,
appropriate, arcana or religion?
So
Or history?
Arcana or religion would be applicable. I'm gonna say Click Clack can make this check, but with advantage. The other two of you can't, because there's no reason you would have encountered it.
14.
Okay. The Ice King is... Duragar God would be a weird term to use, because the Duragar concept of gods is more like great old ones. They're infinite beings of madness and trippiness that the Duragar either encounter or think that they encounter within the depths of the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
or primordial concepts given form, sometimes associated with the astral sea. The Ice King specifically is one of those that gets thrown around a lot, as in, like, we'll freeze your soul out of your body. Turns to ice and crystal those who look upon his visage. Stuff like that.
Okay.
So
So he's like a Duragar boogeyman.
that's one way of interpreting it, though Click Clack would be aware that most Duragar gods are kind of like Duragar boogeymen.
Yes, yeah.
Though with a 14, you're not sure what that phrase has to do with anything.
Now, does the music box just look like just a box with a hinged lid, or
It looks like a small ornate box.
okay.
Probably identifiable enough as a music box from the outside if you're familiar with the sort of little.
Okay. And Ska, noticing that Alistair has given the music box to Click Clack, will ask, where did that box come from?
Look at Alistar.
What box?
The box you just gave Click Clack.
Oh, cool box.
Ding, ding, ding. I'm going to open it up so it plays music
Okay.
so you understand what it is.
And I'm still
Yeah.
holding the
And
shard
also
of
because I
mirror.
have a wisdom of 7, I need to say again.
Okay, yeah. Ska, you're holding that, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, just being entirely fair, you didn't set it down or anything.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
She's still holding it.
So, as Click Clack opens the box, for a few seconds, all of you are hearing this music that, Alistair, again, to you sounds vaguely familiar in a way that's almost on the tip of your tongue. Like, you know something of this song, though you can't place it.
Huh.
And sort of as you're all hearing this sort of eerie melody and the small icon in the center, actually there's no icon, sorry. The little cogs turning the tiny little piano thing that's inside music boxes. Ska, your vision slightly shifts. For the other two of you, Ska is warped inside of this glass, almost sort of absorb teleporter effect situation.
Click Clack
Huh.
squawks. And it's sort of a surprise and like flutters back away really quick.
Yep.
Well, that was interesting.
Hmm.
So,
Look
come
back
here
at
often?
roll of eyes.
And about at this point, we're going to transition back to Ragnar.
It's a good transition point.
Ragnar. Also, it's a convenient one. Ragnar, you see this ritual start to commence. All of the food seems to start imbuing itself with this sickly green energy. And you... What's the right term? And as you're watching, you hear a thud sort of roughly above where you're standing, conveniently enough. As the magic fades back down. Yes, I don't believe we were introduced. Yes, and no. Well, I haven't had such a curious proposal in a while.
Oh, this
Then
isn't a
again,
proposal. I'm just asking some questions.
Aren't many so foolish as to uninvited wander into the room of a seer?
Ah, well, we were looking for an escaped slave.
A just cause, I'm sure. You don't usually send the surface ones for that.
It was a bit of a volunteer thing, but regardless, why am I not where I was before? What magic brought me to whenever this is?
Well, if you were listening to a music box, I would say that it's likely because there's a secret here for you, or a secret here to be taken from you. But you should not see this as the past and where you are from, or think you are from, as a truth or a present. Often such concepts manifest in the mind. They are a way of showing and a way of demonstrating. You taste of sea breeze, surface winds.
A bit. And now he's starting to get a little cagey.
Perhaps the rotted house is its way of showing you things. She sort of snaps at the guy who prepared the food. Take out the food. Put it on the tables. I'm done with that. I think that it might be best. If you were to consider this world as, if not the reality, the framework. Not just the one you fret from. Locations are tricky.
I'm starting to get that impression.
Well, the siege is always using up soldiers. I will retire to my study. You have already found my room. My study is across the hall. I would strongly encourage that you do not tamper with the items I have in my room. Simply for your own safety, of course.
Oh, I've got a brother, don't worry. I know how mucking around with a wizard's things goes.
Wizard. That is one word for it. And you could almost swear that something grabs her. And suddenly she isn't where she was standing. But it almost, like in that moment, it looked like she was yanked away by some unseen hand.
So it did not look like a willing teleport sort of thing.
Yeah, it looked less like she teleported and more like a, it's a good way to put this. If something had come out of the ether, grabbed her around the waist, and yanked her through.
Yeah. Well, alright then. There's some investigation. And he'll head back upstairs.
Okay. Whoopsie daisy. Yep. I'm just gonna pop you back into the hallway. Feel free to move yourself.
Alright, sounds good.
It's hard to move between stories on this map.
That's
so.
reasonable. So yeah, he'll just walk down the hallway and... Oh, well, somebody found me.
Where the heck are we?
What
I'm glad
if
you're
I know?
alive, by the way.
Thank you. Likewise. Did you listen to the music and the mirror and all that shite?
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently.
Anyway, well, seems to be the same house. The bloody room is no longer bloody. There's a sleeping fella in there. Apparently this one, and he raps on the wall behind him, is some wizard, divination, seer, prophet, weirdo girl's study.
Okay.
So we don't want to muck around with too much of the shit in there, at least not in this version of this house. It's a lot fresher and cleaner, which I can appreciate a bit. Oh, also it's under siege.
Oh, lovely.
And
By who? By what?
have there been any like sounds of conflict on the outside, Aaron, that he's picked up on?
None that you've heard.
Okay. It's a very quiet siege. Something mindless, apparently. Or maybe multiple somethings, or I haven't gotten quite a deep read on the situation as it stands. Wouldn't be surprised if they keep referring to me as help that was sent. So I'm guessing
lovely.
so I'm guessing they're going to want some assistance on that front at some juncture.
Okay. Is there any like paper or anything where I can leave a note in this room?
Yeah, you can. If you ruffle through the writing desk, you can probably find some paper.
All right. Sky's going to leave a quick little note for Alistar and Click-Clack. As a if you show up kind of note.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Just giving them a brief rundown of what Ragnar said.
Okay.
There are other people in this house. We're apparently the help. Don't know exactly what that means. House may be under siege. We might be fighting. Come find us. Try not to die. It's basically what the note says.
Got it.
Nice.
So, Ragnar and Ska.
Sky will just look at Ragnar and go, well, followed you here. Might as well keep up the trend. Where are we going?
Ragnar's gonna scoot around the end. Is there like a door at the end of this hallway?
Yeah,
anywhere?
there's a door. It's just probably easier if I reveal this because it's the stupidest fucking part of this map for dynamic lighting.
That's exactly what he was hoping for.
Yeah. There's a sort of spiraling staircase that goes.
There you go. He'll push that open. And I assume that there's a trapdoor at the top of this ladder right here.
Yep. That heads to a little roof area.
Let's see if we can get a vantage point on whatever's about. And he'll head up the ladder.
Sounds like a plan.
This is
Sounds
another.
cool.
I'm gonna just have to drag you there because it's a little bit hard to
Sounds
navigate.
good.
Cool. And yeah, he'll just peer over the battlements, look around, see if he can see anything that remotely resembles a siege.
Okay,
And Scott will look out to
Well-
the other side.
make me a perception check.
Me too.
I'm excellent
Yeah.
at these.
18. So this little area
Also 18.
sort of cuts through the low part of the ceiling, the cavern roof ceiling, under which this house is positioned. Ska, looking out into the back garden, you see what Ragnar saw previously. The ceiling is carved with some sort of large rune that seems to produce sunlight. There's manicured vines and grape vineyard and roses. That sentence is not working. So grapes, roses,
Stuff. Got
nicely
it.
maintained. Ragnar, out front you see, well, a siege is an interesting way of describing it. As opposed to, like, armed or acting forces, there is simply layers of people just standing blank faced, shoulder to shoulder in front of this building. Most of them seem to be dwarves, though you're 3 stories up, it's a little hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like about 2 people deep, shoulder to shoulder, between what you know to be sort of out towards the larger cave paths, at least in the time you're from, and this place and time. There's just people standing, staring, waiting in an unidentifiable way. And as you watch, you actually see someone come up. A woman with long braided hair and flowing garments simply walks through, pushing aside these staring individuals as if they're not there, and they sort of move out of the way seemingly without protest and collapse in right behind her. She carries, cupped in her hands, you're not exactly sure from this distance. You're several stories up.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see her knock on the door.
From
At
the
that
outside.
point, we're going to transition back to the other side of this story.
Right, but I don't quite understand why they just leave like that.
Well, I was trying to think of how to phrase this. And he sets down the shard of mirror on the bed, reaches out and snatches the music box from Alistar,
Okay.
sets it down on the bed to the left of it,
Out of curiosity, are you leaving it playing or going to close it?
closing it for now.
Okay.
Pulls out 2 daggers, sets them down in a cross symbol,
Okay.
pulls out 2 more, sets them down parallel to each other on the other side of the mirror.
Plus and equals. I was always bad at maths.
And I point music box, and
Music
I
box.
flip it open,
Yeah.
point, plus mirror piece, pointed hand, equals whoosh.
Oh, I'm not following. Oh, oh, oh.
He snatches up the mirror shard while the music box is playing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Alistar will figure this out or we'll all die. One of the two.
And now you're 4
Alistar,
daggers down.
So, Click
Yeah,
Clack
unfortunately,
grabs
he's
a piece of glass and also sort of shimmers and disappears.
At the last moment, he's
morphing
like,
into the glass.
oh, fuck! And doesn't grab his daggers in time, I'm sure.
Make me a initiative roll.
Oh, I'm good at that. Thanks to Rakish Audacity, I have a I have my charisma bonus too. 16.
Oh, rakish.
Even when I
Okay,
suck,
maybe.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, I'll say you managed to grab 2 of your daggers.
Okay. I swoop
other
the 2 that are in the plus sign.
Yeah.
Up.
Oh,
Because you're kind of competing against yourself. It's not easy.
Yeah.
that was not what I expected to happen. All right. Think, Alistar. Think. What just happened, and who were those people?
Amazing.
Were they important somehow?
Oh my god!
Why else would I be here?
He's getting worse. Oh my god.
Clark did that wrong. He should have grabbed Alistair's hand and put it on the mirror piece, and then grabbed it out.
Too late now, motherfucker!
Yep.
Huh. I've got to think. I've got to think about this. That might be a good point to cut away.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So, Click Clack, you arrive in the same room you were in before, as
Yep.
mentioned. Fancy, it's clean. Everything's clean. You're no longer holding the mirror shard. You can see a piece of paper left out on one of the desks. You can see that music box on sort of the far table over here. Wait,
Sorry, let me get back on the map. Over.
I just realized that you're not on this iteration of the map because I
Correct.
didn't switch back over. You know, I was gonna do like a fancy thing, but I ended up doing something much stupider that, still kind of works. So yeah, you can see on the table back here.
I think you've just summed up GM in its
I
entirety.
still don't see where you're clicking.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Also, I don't have control of my token.
GMing is the
that's a
art
minor.
of I
Okay,
was going
that-
to do something clever, but then
Up there.
Yeah, I put you on the map layer, sorry.
That's okay. Hey, look! I can move and see and shit. Okay.
Yeah, you can. The music box is up there. Over here, there's some sort of paper laid out on the writing desk.
I put my daggers away.
Okay.
Is the music box playing at the
Nope,
moment?
it's closed.
Okay. Walk over, look down at the paper. Pick up the paper. And under comment, the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fold up note. put note in. Nope. Leave note out. Start to put away. Stop. Realize what I'm about to do. Take note out. Carefully fold it and put it back. And I feel like it's gonna need something. Nope, I take the note, I'm walking over to the door, and I'm stabbing the note into the door on our side, on the opening or the closing side.
Okay. Make me a... I'm just gonna go with attack roll, because it's easy with your dagger.
19.
Okay. You stab it in, and the wood sort of starts to slowly close around it, trying to pop your dagger back out. But it doesn't manage to do so yet.
The fuck? Ah. You know what? I'm taking that motherfucking music box.
Okay.
I am grabbing it because maybe it's our way to get back, and I don't want it to get somebody to grab it and walk away with it. Except me. I want me to grab it and walk away with it.
All right. You grab the music box, you put it away. Make me a perception roll.
I'm kind of good at that for somebody with absolutely 21.
You're fine at that. Like,
I'm okay.
you have
All things
expertise.
considered. Yeah, that's why I'm okay. It's because I put all of my not skill points, but everything that gives me a bonus into raising that to account for my shitty.
Yeah. So with a 21, the music box is closed, but you can still almost hear that tune running in the back of your head. You also hear the flutter of small wings a second before, so you're not quite startled when a sort of shrill voice in Undercommon goes, "Hey, hey, hey, hey. Hey, that hurt. Are you listening to me, you giant bird fluff mess? Bad. Bad bird."
There is a long pause, staring out the window before slowly turn around to face what I assume is making that noise, which would be the door.
Yeah. The door doesn't have a face. Though as you look at the door, you see a small green, actually technically tiny-sized green creature with strange wings to its back and almost like a wood-ish complexion. "Hey! Bird, bad. Knives, not indoors. Bad. That hurts."
Ha. Pocket the music box, walk over, pull the dagger out of the door.
The door's wound, the little slat mark you made when you punched a knife into it, sort of knits back up. "Good. Don't do it again. Stupid little whatever you are."
Right. All right, I will just put the note on back where it was then, and hope that Alistair sees it, and I will start to make my way out towards. Did the note say to go somewhere specific? Sorry.
The note just said to find us, that we might be fighting, and to find us.
You don't hear the current sounds of conflict, though you do hear a rapping on the door downstairs.
Okay. Before I do that, I go to this door and I'm looking through that goddamn keyhole again.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
7.
We are
Peeking
rocking
through,
it with
it's
these
hard to
tonight.
You see the room does not look as it did. The furniture is arranged differently, and there is a magical symbol glowing with some sort of green light in the center, but that's about all you can see with the 7. I think I dropped you in there and gave you a quick
Yes.
look at it.
Yep.
Are you
All right,
trying to be sneaky?
down... Yes, absolutely.
Good lad.
Down the stairs
me
I
a
go. 12 with a plus 10, a 12.
So it's not helped by that strange fairy thing that was yelling at you earlier seems to have decided to continue fluttering around just above your head. It's a little
Dagger
distracting.
comes out.
No. Bad. No daggers. Slits. Bad bird. No. I'm not the one who should be dagger training the stupid pet bird. What are you even here? Eh.
Caw, motherfucker. Fine, I put the dagger away and I just continue
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. So that's not very quiet.
No, it's
but
not.
yeah, you heading down the stairs or just through the bits of house you've been to before.
That's where the noise is coming from, so...
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna just grab your token and drag it there then.
Yep.
Yeah. So this room you can see small table, small coat and hat rack that has more things on it than it did when you were here previously.
And less brains?
Well, you never saw the brains, but you don't see a hat that looks old
One
enough
might
to
presume.
contain rotting brains.
Okay.
Ska said they were inside of a hat. Most of the hats seem to be firmly on the coat rack and not sitting on top of it. So maybe brains? Probably not. So, sorry, before you
That's
move
okay.
there, you may want to know, Duragar woman is sort of standing at the door, seemingly conversing with someone outside that you can't quite see from this angle.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, before you move, you may
Yes.
wish to know. You can pretty clearly overhear the conversation that's happening in Undercommon.
Okay.
This woman, I, by the right of the Lady Flame, am a healer, assistant, and priestess. I offer to serve. If any are sick within your household, I can offer the service is of the hearth to cleanse, purify, and restore in exchange for housing for the night. The woman, well,
Mm-hmm.
we do not turn away the flames, for we as all will know their responsibility. Hey, you claim no allegiance to those mindless ones? None at all. The woman will... The Duragar woman will sort of purse her lips. We have our own seer, but she can do nothing for the illness that plagues my husband. I grant, and you rest here, so long as you keep your end of the bargain. And she'll just open the door and let this person in. Neither of them seem to take note of you as they head deeper into sort of what seems to be that area of the mansion.
Okay. I'm going to... For the moment, I'm going to try to quietly follow.
Sure. I'd like you to make me another stealth check at this point.
Good.
Because this is a significantly different activity.
Can't be that much worse. 16! That's improvement.
It's improvement. Yeah. So, Clack, you sort of get to... Can you see into that next room? I'm not entirely sure where the dynamic lighting stops.
I can not into this room, no. Not from where I am here.
Wait.
If I do
That's
that, I can see most of this room.
Okay. Yeah.
Most of this room.
Yeah, but I was just trying to make sure that it wasn't hidden by dynamic lighting from you.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Over here, it was a little weird, although I did see your stream of green acid.
Yeah, oops. That was not the correct button. I really like those. I just never use them when I should. Yeah. And sort of as you're just peering through that doorway, the woman with the candle sort of stops and... Oh, you don't see many Kenku in these parts. Hello. She seems... If she noticed that you were stealthing and hiding, to not give it any mind.
Okay.
The woman of the house will look.
He waves. Says probably, so imagine he can put together, says in Drow, or Undercommon in Drow voice, looking for people. Puts his hand to about the height of Ragnar and then about the height of Ska.
Okay.
We'll say just some random snippet of conversation in each of their voices.
Okay.
And see if there's any recognition at this point in either.
There doesn't. Make me an insight roll.
Okay. 20.
There doesn't seem to be any. Though, like, the woman looks very confused, whereas, fuck, they're both women. Why is everyone women? Because, the lady of the house looks pretty confused, though the priestess will sort of walk over to you. I'm afraid I haven't heard those voices before, but if you don't mind, I would find them for you. And she will sort of place a hand on your forehead.
Yeah.
You feel sort of a flash moment of recollection, both of Ragnar and of Ska.
Mm-hmm.
She will sort of... I believe you may find them on the roof. That would be... The lady of the house will...
Points up.
Head this way. You'll find a circular staircase that will take you up the 2 floors. Yeah.
And off I go.
Okay. Yep. Easy enough. So, if you don't mind me just shortcut, I imagine you can find your way quickly enough.
Yeah. No, that's fine.
You go up the staircase, which goes up a staircase that's over here to a staircase over here.
Yep. Poke my head up.
But basically, you get Ragnar. You see this woman exchange a few words and then enter the building.
Okay, because she's too far away for me to be able to hear, probably, right?
Yeah, definitely. If you've ever lived on a 3rd floor and tried to hear what people were saying at the front door, nope.
The garden here is really pretty.
Hey,
Creepily so.
You see all that line of
And
people standing there just watching?
Yeah, I'll walk over and look.
And he'll point out
Okay.
the sort of investing forces who are...
That's creepier than the garden.
I think you might be right. We may need to go out and carve a hole through them.
Oh, goody. Through people just standing still doing nothing.
Well, it's my experience that even when an invading army or besieging force seems to be standing around doing nothing, you start hitting them in the faces with swords, they'll start doing something eventually.
Unless we're stuck in a magic place, and then who knows what could happen.
at that, your Kenku pops out of the floor.
Ah.
Oh,
Eh. Call, motherfucker.
look at that.
Lord. Caca, motherfucker.
Is Alistar with you?
Mm-mm.
I don't know whether I should be happy or sad about that. Okay.
Well, considering
and on
we...
that, we're going to transition back to poor Alistar, who really hasn't gotten any screen time this episode. Sorry.
What was I doing? Huh. I had a weird little blackout there for a minute. It's fine. What was going on? Why am I here? What? Better question. Where am I? What is any of this that's going on right
no
now?
dying.
What?
What is life?
Oh, what's that on the floor? Oh, I remember that. Okay. Right. Yes, okay. I was here on an adventure. There's nothing very heroic going on right now. I wonder if I could, swing from a chandelier or something. That might make me feel better. Oh, no, right, okay, right, yes. Sorry, I was with I was with those people. Right. So Click Clack was trying to tell me something. Click Clack, yes, him. I was trying to work out music box equals. That meant something. It definitely meant something. Maybe Click Clack is trying to tell me that he sees me as an equal. That could, yeah, let's go with that. That sounds great. I like that. What do I do about that?
What I want to know is, where did Alistar find an ironing board?
Well, I've got to do something.
Sorry.
Looking busy over here. No, it's alright. I got work tomorrow. It's fine. What was I saying? Oh, right. Yes. Mirror, music box, and a piece of glass equals. Maybe one weighs the same as the other. I pick up the music box and like close the lid.
Okay.
And I pick up the piece of glass and I like weigh them in my hands to see if they weigh the same.
The glass is a little bit on the heavier side.
Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Put the glass down and then open the music box.
You're doing this on purpose, and I love it.
I turn the
Again,
music box over
as
and
you
examine
hear this song, it tingles the back of your mind. You have heard this song somewhere before, and it's almost very frustrating that you can't place it given what you retain of the world.
That is not. Can I try and play along to it?
Sure. Make me a performance check.
Okay. That is performance there. 16.
As you pull out your instrument of choice and start to play along, you do almost. Well, you do remember where you've heard this before. It's because what you start to play is you can remember having played before. You're not quite playing the exact thing the music box is because you don't have the right instrument for that. But you're playing sort of to accompany the same notes in a different.
Plucking on my viol because that's the most similar sound that I can make to.
Yeah, so you're playing along the same pattern of notes on your viol, and you're starting to remember. This is the same song you played when you were trying to recreate the song you heard in that dream, with the beautiful, larger-than-life woman, and a song ethereal and beautiful in ways that you could not quite understand.
Huh. Her. Now, she said something to me. I wish I could remember what it was. Okay. Right. So that means that this music box, if it's something to do with her, then it's probably something that I quite like. I should keep it.
Okay.
Now, what's this glass thing about? Put down the music box, pick up the glass thing.
So the glass reflects the world around you, but does not reflect yourself in it.
I'm a vampire! Do I know what a vampire is?
Yes, you know the lore of vampires. It is much varied and has many different stories of various levels of legitimacy and verifiability. But yeah, you know the tales of vampires.
What time of day is it?
It's the Underdark.
It's hard to tell. You're inside underground.
Okay, that's fine. I hold my hand up under one of the lamps or something in the room that allows me to see, and I go, "I'm not sparkling, but that's okay. That's okay. I can live with that. Maybe the other stuff will come."
As you hold your hand up to this sort of just lamp in the side of the room, you notice that, hey, your hand does reflect in the sort of bronzy glass of the chandelier thing.
Huh.
Candle holder, whatever it is.
I guess I'm not a vampire then.
Candlestick.
This glass is broken. I
think at this point we're going to transition away from Alistar before I break the rest of my players.
I could live with
Or
that.
actually, before you break the rest
Amazing.
of my players.
Brilliant.
Okay. Yeah.
So, we need to figure out how we got here, where/when/whatever we are. Maybe help with this besieging situation a bit. And the lady who knows all the magical stuff. She's got a little lab downstairs. Her name is Cariestra, and I think we should go see if she's in her library and be willing to answer a few pointed questions.
And it just repeats back in Ragnar's voice, when?
Yeah. She said I shouldn't consider it to be a different time, but given the fact that it does seem, to all intents and purposes, be the exact same house, but much cleaner and in better repair. So either this is like the nicer universe where this house exists, or this is before the house got all manky and horrific.
Or we're in a dollhouse version of the house and we're screwed.
The fuck?
Exactly.
So anyway, hands up those who want to go talk to the seer.
Might as well.
Where?
She's downstairs in the room across from where the room with the music box is. The one that was trapped in our side.
Is Click Clack having an aneurysm?
Yes, he is.
She'll kind of turn to Ragnar. Can't wait to see what language this comes out in.
So, He points behind.
Uh-huh.
Don't see anything.
Now.
Then.
Yes.
Alright, so before, when we were in the dirty, nasty blood bedroom side of the house, yes. What about what was happening then?
Finger on nose point. And however specifically you worded the description of the room, I repeat back.
Alright, so back before whatever happened with the music box happened, we were looking at that room, the trapped one, yeah.
And I point at the keyhole.
You look through the
You- you-
keyhole.
yeah, you took a peek inside there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Right.
How do you even describe?
Your
I
monster
mean,
pipe?
you probably have the species name in your vocabulary.
Okay.
Like,
So yeah, in like probably undercommon since they're most common.
yeah, almost certainly in Undercommon.
Illithid.
What did he say, Sky?
I did not get that wrong, correct? I know it's been a
Nope.
week. Okay.
And Scott will say it in comment. She'll go, Illithid? I don't even know what that is.
Do I need to make a roll to see if Ragnar knows what those are?
Pointed ahead.
Ragnar,
point-
make me a history roll with disadvantage.
Pointed temple.
Your head.
That's a 2. I probably have no idea what those are. Not sure what that is.
Apparently something that involves heads and grabby motions.
Your head, yeah. Your head, your skull,
Your mind. Your brain. Okay.
And then make motion like I'm flaying something.
They
Okay.
whip you in your brain.
Hmm?
They whip you in your brain.
They
Not
attack your
wrong.
brain. They attack your brain.
He walks over to the wall.
And vanishes, apparently.
Slams his head slowly into
Okay, don't.
wall.
Alright,
There's no
so you
need for-
saw
for
something
that
in the room
point.
before.
You look over slightly, because this wall is the, like, overview. And you
Right.
see what the other two have seen. This sort of row of people, shoulder to shoulder, just staring at the house. About 2 people deep.
And are they like, is it a diverse crowd or are they all kind of racially
It's
uniform?
hard to tell from this distance. Your guess would be most of them are Duragar. Other than that, like, the clothing, the general features seem reasonably diverse. Again, it's hard to tell. You're several stories up.
Right, okay.
Ah!
Like I said, besieged. Alright, so there was
Okay.
something dangerous in that room before, and that makes you concerned about going into it now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Well, we're not exactly just gonna swan down there and kick the door off the hinges. I was thinking of walking up, knocking, saying, "Excuse me, Miss Carriestra, would you mind coming out and having a wee bit of a chit chat with us?"
Either way, let's go back inside and she'll like point at the crowd of people. That's starting to creep me out, like a lot.
And it's gonna creep you out less, not being able to see them and keep an eye on what they're doing.
They're just staring, right? They're not moving. They're not.
Yeah, well, they're not moving. Like, it's hard to tell if they're blinking or anything. They're pretty far away. They look alive. But yeah, they're
I
just
go
there.
into my backpack really quick.
Okay.
Swear to God, if you've got a telescope in there.
No, I do not have a telescope. I wish.
Those things are fucking expensive.
Pull out a big rattly bag, reach into it, pull out a ball bearing,
Okay.
try to hit one of them in the head with the ball bearing and see if they even react.
Oh yeah, let's
Make
start
me a
the
ranged
riot.
attack roll with an improvised weapon.
17. Or I'm probably not proficient, so let me Let me rephrase.
Is that
14.
above a 10?
14.
Yeah, it'd be 14.
Okay.
Ping!
Doink. It seems to bounce off. You lose track of the ball bearing after that because it's really
Oh
fucking
no!
tiny.
I
but-
only have 999 more. Whatever will I do?
Only slightly more grenades than the grenades we have.
Doesn't seem to react.
Definitely seems to sway a little bit. Like, you can tell you made impact and you can tell it was
Right.
felt, but just continues to stare at the house.
It's like they're on pause.
What's that mean?
They're just stopped and waiting.
Hey.
Ragnar's there like, they're not wolves.
Thank you. Thank you, Alistar. Thank you for actually understanding how this fucking dwarf's brain works on occasion.
I'm still staggered that Scar knew what a dollhouse was. She's like from the wild.
Hey, she had 10 years before that.
Click Clack is like gestures to door
And opens it up and starts climbing back down
or
the ladder.
hatch.
Yep. Heading back down.
Meanwhile, along the way, he's trying to explain what illithids do. He's like, illithids,
Do they eat your brains? Because...
and
great. They blow your mind? Yeah, I know.
I think I like him.
Different kind of blow. Anyway.
Ragnar could use some blow
No,
right
it's
about
not.
now. Or maybe that's what's causing this.
That could very well be.
So yeah, Ragnar will go back down inside and go stand in front of the door to Cariestra's library or whatever. And look at... Wait until everybody else is caught up and then just be like, alright, I'm going to knock on this door unless there's any objections.
They... Ooh. You... No, go ahead.
Okay.
Do you want to look through the keyhole again just to make sure they're not in there anymore?
Tried.
Okay.
I pause a
Alright.
moment and look inside the other room to see if the bard has come through. Realize he hasn't, and then stick my head out.
Yep. We're just gonna scoot you all to...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Ragnar.
Oh no.
Move myself over.
Oh yeah, he'll just knock on the door and see if there's any response.
Scott will just kind of lean over to Clickback. Did my note help? Is that how you found us?
Uh-huh.
Good.
Oh, sorry, that was supposed to be a whisper. Ignore that.
It's okay. Ooh.
So you knock on the door. Yes, come in.
And he pulls out his dagger and he stabs the door to
No! Bad bird!
Wait, what is happening?
The
So as Click Clack stabs the door, sort of from the wood of the door itself, a small pixie-ish entity about this big appears, no bigger than the palm of your hand, with sort of wood aestheticized wings, and starts screeching at Click Clack.
What the
I told you, no stabbing.
Who the fuck are you?
puts up a hand, lowers all but one finger.
Ska's gonna take the dagger out of the door.
Oh,
Yeah.
he stabbed it in and pulled it right
Oh,
back.
okay.
So she
Okay.
starts to shriek, and the entire house seems to ripple around you. Stone sort of rumbling, other doors quaking a bit. And she only gets like halfway through it before Ska does pull the knife out. Or tries to. That's where we're going to transition back to Alistar.
So, Alistar's got out. I don't know if I have this actually on me, but like I want to have like a little kettle and like a little tiny campfire type thing that I've put on a something.
You can't really carry a campfire?
No, but like I can. There's wooden things in here, and I've got a tinderbox.
Yeah, like a tinderbox.
Yeah, sure.
Are you gonna burn down the house?
You can, in the middle of a room with strange magical boxes, make a fire.
Yes,
That's
you
entirely
can.
safe.
So I do that.
Okay.
And yeah, I will actually try and brew up one of the teas.
Alright, you use some water from your water skin and put the tea in. Roll me a D100.
Okay, Alistair. I think
Only a
this is
few
what I
things
should
that you didn't intend to catch on fire, because you're doing this in a living room, which is
I know.
not a bedroom. But nothing gets out of control.
Okay, doing good. This is good. This is fine. Everything is fine. Right, and I put like half a bottle of the one in.
Okay. Half of the
Yep.
It's tea leaves.
Yeah.
Yes.
This'll help. This'll definitely help. I'll be able to figure out A, where everyone went, B, why I care, and C, how I can help. Why do I want to? Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Anyway. Cheers.
Yep.
Ah, hot.
Did he just try to pound a boiling cup of tea?
Yeah, he's not British.
He's also not fire resistant. So you take 2 points of fire damage, I'm gonna say, from burning yourself.
Oh no, my temporary hit point.
So yeah, you're starting to feel some of the effects. You were under the effects of the truth serum. In terms of other effects, you can feel your memories returning. You can feel elements of that precise coherence. But it's a little less stable. Make me a Constitution save. You feel faintly dizzy and ill, as well. But you can remember things. Not everything since the second you were born with crystal clarity, but like the last 3 weeks with crystal clarity and everything else to some extent.
Huh. Ugh. Well, Alistair, old chap. Huh. Isn't this a dilemma you've gotten yourself into? On the one hand, your 3 erstwhile companions, bravely, foolishly, stupidly, got themselves trapped by this music box one by one. should you aid them? I mean, that Click-Clack fellow seems a decent sort. Yes. On the other hand, I could just leave.
I fully support whichever path Alistair takes. I will make my third character for this game. Goddamn.
Damn straight.
Next up is a Yanti.
Ooh.
Nice.
Those are fun.
That would fit thematically with my kobold.
Ooh, or my halfling battle master.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then again, I would quite enjoy the chance to watch them all fall over themselves, failing to try and figure out what's going on here, even as whatever is happening continues to happen. Oh, I can't pass up that chance. I've got to go and I'm going to make notes this time so that when other me writes the song, it's hugely insulting. It's going to be great. I won't even know why I've done it. Ha ha! Picks up the mirror and the glass and opens the puzzle, the music box.
Yep. Okay. And as Ragnar's knocking on the door, your party gets into the same place. It's fantastic. Give
Yay.
me one moment to actually make it happen. Yay! And
Who the fuck are you? Ragnar shouting at a pixie.
yes, the
That'll
house
be
has
right.
settled
And-
down.
And
That'll be
Scott just
Ragnar
looks.
then.
Scott just looks at Click-Clack and goes, "Why would you? Did you know the door was sentient?
Ah!
Why would you stab the sentient door? That's just mean."
Did you? And right back in your voice. Did you know the door was sentient?
No.
Ta-da!
You know you can just. Oh, you can't just say things. I keep forgetting. Okay.
And then I look over, see Alistair, is like,
Bad.
caw, motherfucker!
Scott
I've
will
got some
turn.
weird sight lines going on. Am I? What can I see?
You should at least be able to see Click-Clack.
I can, yes, but there's this weird black space next to me.
That's called the next room over. There's a
Okay.
wall there.
It looks like the wall's here to me.
Interesting.
Okay, I presume. Was I
You
in
are
this
half-
room or that room?
You are in the room you're in.
That room? Okay, so refresh roll 20 because I think you're not seeing the map quite right. I think the
Okay.
map may have shifted for you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yes, Ragnar's interrogating a pixie. Can he make like an intimidation check or something?
Sure.
Ah, yes, there we go. I can see Click-Clack now. That all works. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
16.
caw, motherfucker!
Yes, core, motherfucker. Yes,
good.
right, hello.
Alistair's back.
Yes,
Welcome
hello, I'm the stupid
To the
one.
party.
Hello,
Your work's
annoying
not
wood
mine.
The pixie's kind of... Ragnar, the pixie seems to be glaring at Click-Clack.
Click-Clack is completely ignoring the pixie at this point. It's
Is it like-
Ragnar's problem.
Fluttering in midair, or is it like
Yeah,
sticking itself out of the
fluttering.
wood? Okay. He's gonna make a grab
not
for
in
it
the wood
then.
anymore. Just fluttering above its head. Make me a grapple check.
13. Jesus fuck.
It easily flies further away from you.
Oh.
Bad dwarf.
Ah, got your attention now, have we? Excuse me, what's your bloody name?
Do you speak elemental?
Nope. I speak Common, Dwarven, and Elvish.
There is a sound of sort of rocks falling.
And then everyone dies.
I was gonna say, and then everyone dies. Awesome.
You're not dead yet,
Yay!
but it's just like the sound of rocks or boulders falling over.
Do you mind if I call you Avalanche then?
You wouldn't need to call me if you bad, stupid, stop messing with the house.
Excuse me, all I did was knock on this door, which in my experience is kind of what doors are designed to be done to.
Then don't let your weird bird stab it.
Excuse me, have you ever heard of
doesn't exactly
self-determination and free will, you little sprite?
Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Alistair! Welcome back!
Ah, hello, Ragnar. You famous coward. I mean, hello. Hi. Can I surmise that we're making friends as we do?
Attempting, with our general level of success.
Who's the lucky individual that we're subjecting to ourselves?
This is Avalanche.
Hmm.
I'd lean into the corridor. Hello.
In Infernal, watch this as I pull out my dagger.
As soon as you pull out the dagger, Skull will try and stop you.
Okay.
Don't stab the door.
What?
Good elf.
Why would we stab a door?
Because Click Clack can't talk properly. And so to try and tell us that the door is sentient, decided to stab the door.
Can we get him a fucking notepad?
I mean, there's a
Yeah.
level of efficiency and pragmatism to it, but I see both your perspectives.
Yeah.
Anyway, who is this lovely person that we have unfortunately come across? Because, frankly, I feel bad subjecting them to us.
I repeat the creature's name.
Oh, pleasure to meet you. That sound. He says that sound.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Yes.
That is fucking brilliant. And Ragnar just turns the door, lifts the latch or whatever, and opens the door.
Can I in some way assist you?
So yeah,
Alistair.
Ragnar.
Yes?
So yeah, Ragnar. Opening this door.
Yep.
You can see into that room.
And he was told to come in, so he's going to do that.
Alistar, what were you saying?
I was just
Oh
talking
no,
to
I was saying, Alistair.
Yes.
Illithids, and I look and see if it provokes any sort of recognition whatsoever.
Don't think I've heard of them.
Make
So-
me a history check with disadvantage.
See, now you can at least say it in common. Apparently in my voice, that's
In your
weird.
voice.
I'm just waiting
It's
till...
really disconcerting whenever Click Clack uses your voice in front of you.
That's
That
a
is-
modified 20 with disadvantage.
With a 20, there's something that exists in the Underdark, you're pretty sure specifically an aberration?
Ah, yes. Aberrations, I believe. Oh, I mean, no, I've never heard of them. Shit. Shit.
Ragnar,
I am dumb and like to play music and am a man whore. I start left and right.
Okay, Alistar's acting weirder than normal.
I just shake my head and walk into the room because
Yeah.
if we're about to get eaten by illithids, it will at least be less confusing for Click Clack than this.
Good show.
And that is where we're gonna take a quick break, guys.
All right, we will be back in a few. Go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Breakverse, where we terrify our non-American and on a regular basis with.
They don't pump their own gas. And I'm
Only two of us.
Most of the country does pump its own gas.
Only Oregon and New Jersey. And even then, only parts of New Jersey.
If you're an international viewer, I strongly encourage looking up the American lottery system because it is a fascinating tale in how America deals with
Monetary issues in general.
our unique tendencies. But
Anyway,
Zenra is not this world, and the Underdark is not America.
Are you saying that our new guest in the room pumps their own gas?
Anyway, Ragnar walked into a wizard's library and is desperately hoping that the person who owns it is inside.
And is not an
So you saw her earlier.
I met her already.
Yes. Yes, you already have.
So unless
spoken
she's
to
got some breathtaking illusionary powers, could be.
not that high a level an illusion spell, but no, you've already met her. Hi.
Hello. Well, the rest of the people that I told you about, they did in fact show up, so I thought I'd bring them to meet you and ask you a couple of questions. Click-Clack here is telling me that on our side of the broken piece of mirror, your library is infested by something called an illithid. Illithid?
Hold up 2 fingers.
2 of them, apparently. So if
Again,
that's...
I strongly discourage you from considering this a past and future situation.
That's why I just said our side of the mirror, and leave the interpretation up to people of slightly more academic persuasion. Sorry, you were saying.
But illithids, I could see that. The mindless ones are their slaves after all.
Wait, so you're saying
Are
that
we?
big arse squad of mostly motionless people outside is the enemy force that works for these illithawhatsums?
Illithids.
That is what we have believed of, yes.
Right, alright. Add that to the list of folks probably what needs killing. Second question for you, and this one's more of a personal inquiry. Are you familiar with the Half Ascended?
Click-Clack takes his hand off his face and looks with interest now.
I'm afraid I haven't heard that term. Our gods have no need of ascension.
Well, no, because they've probably already gotten that bit of business taken care of, I'd assume. Being as they're extant gods and whatnot.
You might assume that. Simple minds try and find rational explanations for their situation.
I'm going to assume that was an insult and just move right on past that for a bit. So, given that we're on one side of the mirror and would like to, I believe, try and get back onto the other side if possible, do you have any idea on how that might be accomplished?
Either complete whatever task is here for you, or go back the way you came.
So I should go shatter a mirror and listen to another voice, music box?
Is that how you got here? Did
Well,
you
the
shatter
mirror
a
was
mirror?
already shattered and I grabbed a piece of it because it was a bit odd given that it was reflecting bits of the room but not any of us that were actually in the room with it at the time, and thought it might bear further investigation. And then once we wandered into our version of your room and there was a music box sitting on a wee bureau, and we opened it up to see what it was, and it played a wee little tune, and then poof, I'm here.
I pull out pull out the music box that I grabbed from the other room, the room on this side.
Yes, I gathered. Would strongly discourage you from tampering with any of the things in my room, even if you end up in another side of mirrors.
I poke my head back out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Is that sprite still around?
No, seems to have disappeared. Also, could I ask that you, or whatever other Kenku may be here, stop bothering the house sprites? They're not vulnerable, but they are very sensitive.
Nod.
So, I assume, given that there's a bit of a besiegement going on of this house, there's
What now?
a small, slim chance that whatever it is that we have to do in order to get back might be somehow affiliated with that.
There's a bunch of people outside doing
Stop
nothing.
thinking like things make sense, and you may find your way.
Right.
Sorry, haven't met you before. I'm Alistair. What the fuck are they talking about?
Krista.
Pleasure to meet you.
Totally mispronounced your name. I'm gonna just move past that. You think that would be better asked of them, wouldn't you?
When you say them, do you mean my friends or the people they're talking about?
Your friends. If they are.
Ah, of course, you haven't known them for very long, have you? Okay, I like your idea, but I've tried asking them questions like that, and it's never ended well.
Stop thinking like results are part of the cause and start thinking like results are water that moves up.
Interesting.
Alright then, well, sounds like we've got ourselves a siege to break.
Oh, of course, you go straight to the option that has you charging towards a horde of enemies.
It's what I do
presuming-
best.
Is it a click-clack? Is it a horde? If it wasn't click-clack, is it a horde? If it wasn't a horde, he wouldn't be so intent on charging them. Right? Right?
Right.
Hold up 2 fingers.
Only 2? Oh. Or do you mean 2 hordes?
We'll take you outside and you can have a look at the crowd for yourself.
Crowd. Okay, right, there we go. That's what I need to know.
Is it? Is it really? Any other questions?
Do you have any tactically advantageous intelligence on this besieging force that you're up against that might be helpful if we were to try and disperse?
Many have tried, none have succeeded. We lose many bodies to them every day. Have fun.
Talking of water flowing up, do you have cause and effect?
We have them, we just know they are pointless.
Pointless. I see. What exactly makes them pointless?
They are a narrow version of true events,
Ah.
driven by false assumptions of
Causality.
rational causality.
Yes. I think I understand. Is there something perhaps here that affects that flow of water, or is it a natural state?
If water's flowing up, you could ask what it flows through.
I could. But would that help me?
Will it?
Does it?
Do they?
Have I?
Will you?
Won't I?
Okay, so we need to make water go up.
Hi, Scott. How's it going? Yes, that's exactly what you need to do.
Third base.
Please start working on it immediately.
Because I can technically do that. Kind of.
Alright, so they've lost a great number of bodies to the besieging force, which means
Yes,
that the frontal
Ragnar, you're
assault
missing
is...
the point. Ragnar, what happens when what does water flow through when it flows up?
Well, it depends. Is it flowing up through the air, or is it traveling along a water course like it generally does, just with inverted physical laws affecting it?
Assuming gravity, hang on.
Okay, wait. You lose people daily to the horde outside that isn't moving. Does that mean they join the horde in not moving?
Simple, but not entirely inaccurate. We appreciate that you have been sent from wherever, I'm sure.
Yeah, not so much sent as accidentally wound up here.
What's the difference, Scar?
There
I
isn't
don't even
a
know
right
anymore.
to.
So the question then is, what exactly can we do to help end this situation and get us back home safely?
Well, I've got a few creative endeavours might be
can't
able
you
to be
do?
utilised.
You taste on.
Click
No,
clack. Let's go talk to your agey little friend.
I taste odd?
Yeah. Yes. Almost like pot of water set to boil, but uncertain what to put in. Nothing is ever added.
Uh-huh.
And then it goes
Interesting.
stale.
And how are you tasting me?
I don't think that's the point, Scar. I think they're trying to tell you that there's something that you're not doing. I've heard it expressed colloquially by others as shit or get off the pot.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I mean, duh. Shit, fuck.
I nod to Ragnar.
Ragnar goes to see if the pixie's still bouncing around out in the hall.
Doesn't seem to be.
Scott's just gonna kind of give up and go downstairs.
Okay.
So what is the water flowing through?
Ragnar just goes to find another
What
door.
isn't? I wonder. Your friend was wrong. Or right, but not thinking. Okay, so.
Interesting.
Alright. Scott, you're headed downstairs.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna drag you there because there's
Thank
no
you.
easy way for you to. Layered maps.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah.
There's no one currently in the hallway out front.
Okay.
The door is heavy, solid, and seems to be bolted.
Is there any sort of window or anything?
In the room you're currently in, no.
Okay.
This is the same foyer you came in. Different stuff on the coat hangers.
Avalanche, where you at?
Scott's gonna wander downstairs, kind of going in rooms, trying to find a window to look out.
Okay, you can move around if you would.
Okay.
You can't.
What?
Alright, we're gonna go to Ragnar first.
Okay. Fine.
Does anybody answer his request?
No, there's no response.
He'll pull out his own dagger. He won't stab it into the door. He'll just very gently rest the tip of it against one of the closed doors. No answer?
The door that has been repeatedly stabbed by the crow, or the kanku, or...
No, he's gonna do a different door. Say this one at this closed room over here.
Okay.
See if that garners any response.
Right. A different looking but similarly sized little green creature, or with wooden wings, sort of head peeks out of the wood of the door, wings only halfway extending out of its wood.
I wave.
Hello there. She's the dagger. What's your name?
Neither of you speak elemental, so
Nope.
again,
I speak
sort of a gravelly rock. Oh,
I speak Aran, which is basically primordial, which is essentially elemental.
yeah. Primordial
So-
is the word for elemental.
Yeah.
But
It's a dialect, so I don't
Aran
know how
is
that works in
specifically
your
the
guys'
air dialect. So yeah, if you sorry,
It's okay.
I said this before and no one said yes. If you speak, you can understand though not communicate in
Right.
the other elemental dialects. Yeah. So Ragnar, it's just sort of this grinding sound of primordial.
That's what it's
for-
called then.
Click clack. Resh, would be the name for this girl.
Sorry, Resh?
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Ragnar Einherjar. And are you aware of the besieging army outside?
Does it seem... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's not my thing. I'm not. This isn't the front door.
Right. This is one of the interior doors, yes? Because you're part of this structure, this building, yes?
Yeah.
I just thought it might be of interest to you as an individual invested in the existence of this structure, that this structure remains in good repair, that doesn't come to any ill fate.
What I do.
How proactive do you tend to be with that sort of thing?
I burn away the dust. I heal the wounds. I keep the door closed or open.
So if you decided that the besieging army outside was going to make it much harder for you to continue doing your job, would you be inclined to assist whoever might be going out to make sure that they left?
Let me show you what I could do for you. The door opens and slams in your face.
Progress?
I'm a door. We are the house.
And exactly how far away from the house can you travel?
How far away can you travel from your skull?
Pretty far.
Far?
But thank you. That was all the questions I had. Sorry to have taken up your time.
Disappears back into the door.
Alright, well that one's not gonna work. And Ragnar will go figure out where Ska wandered off to.
Okay. So Scott, you said you wanted to move around?
Yeah.
Are you going to move around?
Yep. I didn't want to go wandering. So yeah, she'll probably go to this door first, because it's not a room she's been in at all.
Okay. The door seems to be locked.
Okay. If it's locked, she's not going to try and pick it or anything, so she'll just go to the next one.
Okay. That door will open if you would want to open it.
Okay. She'll kind of knock and then open it.
Okay. Yeah, you don't hear any sound. It's just seems to be a corridor room. There's a small corner table.
Okay. She'll stop for a second and then think and knock on the door again and go, "Excuse me? House sprite thing?"
No response.
Of course it was going to be too easy. Okay. And she'll try, oop, that's not what I wanted to do. She'll try going in this door.
Okay. Yep. That door it's bolted shut. But it's bolted from the inside, so you can move out easily enough. You can, opening that door, you can see out into the patio. It's the same. It seems the patio is above you. This heads out into the garden that you saw previously with the well-manicured roses and the grape vineyard.
Okay.
And the bright sort of sunlight that even seeing it a few times still is very disorienting after having been underground for so long. Ragnar, you arrive downstairs.
I'm following along.
Okay. Is
Sorry, I
Alistair
should have said.
following?
Not at the moment.
Oh. God damn it, you guys.
I can follow if it's
Token.
easier.
No, tokens are hard to move.
Yeah.
Um,
Ska, Where you at?
Over here. Looking into the garden.
Oh. Well, the house fairy things aren't going to be able to help us, unfortunately. So that's one issue.
Yeah, it would be too easy.
Had to try.
Yep. Okay, so Alistar's acting weird, right?
Yeah.
He's not his usual. That's I would say. I would say he's altered somewhat. Aye.
Okay.
I assume he's eaten another weird mushroom or something.
Yeah, probably.
Or
I mean, we did get that stuff, so
what stuff?
mean-
Oh, aye, the apothecary. What's it?
yeah.
Speaking of which, did I ever give you... I didn't give you... And he'll scramble around in his bag and hand you the 2 teas of clear mind that he got with his stuff.
Oh, sweet.
Thought that you were wanting this for something.
Oh. Thanks. She'll put it in her bag and kind of like go to give him like a little hug. That was sweet of you. Thanks.
Of course.
And she'll like straighten up and be like, that never happened.
Click clack goes. Points at himself.
What, you want a hug too? All right. She'll go to give you a hug.
No.
No? All right, fine. Trying to be nice, spread the love, you know. Anyway, so what are we going to do? We don't really know where we are. We don't really know what we're doing. There's a weird line of people outside that may or may not be trying to kill us.
And there's a bit of, if you attack them, sometimes you end up joining them, which I'd prefer to avoid.
Same.
Click clack repeats what I'm sorry. What the wizard.
Something with a K.
Cariestra.
He's a shaman.
Shaman.
specifically.
Sorry.
Um,
Cariestra, was it?
Cariestra.
yeah.
But Cariestra said, in terms of, and I'm paraphrasing here, click clacks is the exact phrase, but when Ragnar asked about how we get back, in terms of do whatever we were sent here to do.
hmm
Okay, but see, that's the problem is we don't know exactly what we were sent to do since we kind of just wound up here.
And
Point outside. Point towards where to the
Right,
west.
the line of people
Outside the
craziness
house.
outside, right?
Illithids.
Those are elephants?
No.
Again,
What Curiestra said about they are the masters of the
servant.
mind servants
Yeah.
of the mindless ones are their servants.
Okay.
alright, so we go and kick the shit out of some mind flayers, or whatever you call them, and hopefully just pop back home after that.
But if the So do we have to kill the line of people that's outside and hope that works? Or do we have to try and find the illithid things here?
Probably the second one. Find the
Okay.
Illithids, kill them.
Okay.
Cut the head off the snake, sort of.
Got it. I
I'm going to assume that there is an Underdark word for squid.
Yeah.
Scott will say incoming. Squid?
Sure, cut a head off a squid.
Okay.
Squid is good eating.
Scott will look
Wouldn't mind
look
if-
outside. Is there a body of water in the garden?
Ah!
Oh, there's a small fountain, yes.
No. Squid.
Wait, okay, so they're brains with squid legs. Is that what you're trying to say?
Walk over, put hands on shoulder, arm, then just point down the rest of the way because he doesn't feel people up randomly.
Doesn't he have a hologram pipe thing?
Oh!
Yeah. And again, you create this smoke monster of essentially an illithid for a second time. But yeah.
Hey.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
No, 'cause that's my fault. Kat had asked me whether I had even said anything about them, and I misremembered and thought
Okay.
I didn't have time. So that's on me.
That's right, but I don't think Scott was actually around the corner when
That's
you did
also
that, so
possible.
she wouldn't have known anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm pretty sure Alistar was pretty much the only one who saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Okay, that's a cool party trick, and those things look creepy as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we know what they look like. Where would they even begin to be in this place? Because we're not, where we were, where they were. So do we have to go back somehow to where we were and fight them there?
Curiestra.
Right. We tried asking how to get home. She didn't really give us a
Illithid.
coherent answer other than kill the thing.
no. Click clack saying we need to go ask Curiestra
Illithid.
where the Illithids camp out down here, or whatever.
He turns around and starts heading back.
Okay. Alistar, is there anything you'd like to do during that time?
Yes, something I was meaning to ask. So, before I go and find the rest of my friends, yep, I am
I'm a friend.
acting and click clack acting. I just wanted to quickly check in. Do you have like linear time here, or is that something that doesn't really like jive with your kind of stuff?
Linear time is a perception. We have the concepts. Whether or not we use them is another matter altogether. No
Do
one
you-
really uses them.
Okay,
It's just a convenience for the fragile mind.
of course, but I'm talking in sort of I'm talking in uncouthly generalist terms here.
God, Nerd Owls is hilarious. You may find it's not always the case, but often the conveniences will only deceive you so much. Would you prefer to be a fool, or would you prefer to know the truth?
Isn't that the question?
Both are useful. But you taste of fruit from a particular tree.
Mm,
The truth is that time doesn't exist. The truth is that conceptions of reality warp it and ward us from the gods. However, those truths do not facilitate commerce or daily interaction, or the things that keep us what one with a feeble mind might consider alive.
So they're discarded.
No, quite the opposite. They're vital. Without our conceptions, how do we have existence? But understanding that they're conceptions lets us break them.
I see. I think. I might not see, but I feel like I see, so that's probably close enough. Thank you for your help. I'm going to go and join Click Clack and my friends. If they ask, I'm friends with them.
It's
They
difficult
won't
to
as-
lie when truth
They won't.
magic. So, when there's truth magic on you, the statements you make may be more true than you think. And I'm gonna say about at the stairs you guys all meet at.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say, as the rogue is walking up the stairs,
Yeah. Do. You're all in the same fucking place.
walks up,
Hi.
just pats him on the shoulder, and walks right past him because he wants to go talk to
Okay.
Very extra.
Curiostra.
Give me a second to.
Get to once
Are
again not
any
be
of
in the
you
same
not
place.
going with Click Clack?
Nope, I'm going.
I'm going.
There you go.
All right, now
Okay.
walks right in. Curiostra.
Yeah.
Illithids. Hmm?
They're creatures with an appetite for the mind.
Find.
He wants to know where they are.
If you can break the siege, I imagine their colony would be just beyond the walls, not more than about just out of sight range around the corner, I'd assume. No
Hmm.
further. They need to be close.
Maybe. Maybe, and then it switches to a sounds like probably a fairly stern male drow voice, sneaky little shit.
I do not know whether or not that path would work for you. I know it's not worked in the past, but we send the bodies anyway, so try whatever you like.
Look to the rest.
Scala look at Ragnar.
Well, given that we can actually see how many there are, I'm not going to suggest just running in half-cocked like I did last time.
Holy
Thank
shit, you
for
could.
that.
I mean, yes, good idea. I was not surprised that you could learn.
In that
So?
same stern, drow voice, liar!
Oh, that's a problem, isn't it?
I mean, Alistar is kind of under a truth potion right now.
Yeah, I think I would have said I was surprised. I would have tried to have said you was
Yeah.
I was surprised. Yeah, and said that I was surprised.
I feel like you were ending up telling the truth partly through those really sarcastic statements that are obviously fictitious in a way that makes them true. Like, there's no food here at all in a kitchen full of food.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
tone countering statement.
Right. It was not an attempt to deceive because of how
No.
blatantly it was done.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if we can maybe find a decently defensible level of terrain, bait them into enclosed quarters, hold a location where smaller numbers wouldn't put us at quite the disadvantage. Also be helpful to see if they've got ranged or melee weapons primarily.
You want to fight them?
We're gonna have to fight at least some of them. You can't really break a siege generally by talking to them unless you've got someone with the ability to inculcate unreasoning fear and terror even into those who might have their minds actively controlled by an outside force. Looking at you, Alistar.
I don't know what you're talking about. Actually, don't.
I've seen you talk to some of our opponents and shake them in their boots a bit, as it were. Can you do that to more than one person at a time?
Leans over
Mindless.
Click. Is he asking me to fuck them?
He's asking you to frighten them. You've done it before.
Mindless ones.
Perceptions make reality.
Yeah, because that's what she was saying. That mindless. Like, can you scare something without a mind? If something has no sense of self, can it self-preservate? I mean, duh.
Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what?
Saying something profound and then pretending to be stupid.
Pretty sure that's who I am.
Not right now, it isn't. And I don't think you're stupid.
Click-clack.
Have you met me?
I have. That's why I don't think you're stupid.
Huh. Are you stupid?
Oh.
Sorry, your hands were
About
just
some
both up in the
things.
air, and I was like,
And he goes, he's going to there's some, I'm assuming does Cariestra have something to write with in this?
You can probably find something.
So I grab just a piece of paper. After rip a blank page out of a book, he will.
You can find some loose paper.
Okay. And he draws a really rudimentary for clarification purposes, are the mindless ones literally all around the house? I'm assuming. I just want to.
So there is as a refresher, because it has been a week. The house is built into the wall. The garden is behind it and sort of is an extension of the cave that the house is built into the wall of.
Right.
Out front, the cave continues because you're underground. The mindless ones are essentially cutting off that cave entrance. They're standing shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, about 2 deep.
Okay. So he really quickly sketches this out. And then draws sort of an arrow from the house pointing with a line. Distract, because I think somebody said that at this point.
Uh-huh.
And then draw another line, much thinner, going around. Distract, and then draw away, and then draw all of the things chasing.
So we lead them on a bit of a run.
Uh-huh.
If that works.
Eh.
Well, as the slowest one here, I should probably not be the linchpin in that.
Why would they chase us?
Click,
I
clack,
pull
why
out
do you
my bow and arrow.
why
and
do
I
you think
point
that they
at
would
me.
even
That could work.
Click, clack, why do you think they would even move?
Well, if they don't, you can just kill them all.
Well, there is
See,
that. You threw a ball bearing at them and they didn't even flinch. I know it's just a ball
They
bearing,
specifically did flinch.
yeah.
but like, they
flinched,
didn't
but they didn't, yeah.
come at the house.
Siege. I point at the line moving away. Siege.
Okay. So you're hoping we can distract them away from the house so we can get past them? Well, what do we have to lose, right?
Our
And
lives?
And on this note of planning and optimism, that's where we're going to end for the night. Say goodbye,
Lovely.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Hello.